Rising, Starseeds. So, I want to do a bit of a visualization exercise. This exercise is going to specifically be for the 144,000 for Starseeds. I know that we all have a lot of mirrored experiences and timelines that coincide with one another. Experiences that might look like being targeted, ostracized, entrapped, stalked, slandered, defamed, left out, demonized, stolen from, and in some cases, we've even had people who have attempted to take our lives. And for those who are newly activated, you might be wondering why that is. And on the surface, like on a 3D level, it might appear to be because of something egoic, such as finances. Like it's a financial motivator, or envy, or greed. And while those are absolutely aspects as to why, the big why question, it goes a lot deeper than that. And so I want to do this visualization exercise so that you guys are aware of the why. So I want you to envision for a moment a kingdom. And this kingdom is ran by shape-shifting wax people. And these wax people, the wax priestess and priest, or the wax king and queen, however you'd like to conceptualize them in your mind, they are made of wax and they are unable to take seeds, plant them, and have anything grow because all the seeds slip through their wax fingers. So in this kingdom, they have communal eating, and all they can feed their kingdom are wax apples. Now, all the people in this kingdom have been told that these wax apples are the best fruit. They're the most nutritious fruit. You're not going to find any fruit that nourishes you and feeds and seeds your soul that is above this wax apple. And for years, this kingdom is fed these wax apples, and they think that this is the highlight of nutrition. This is the only food that there is. This is the highest quality, the most nourishing food that they can consume are these wax apples. They are being fed by the wax king and queen. And then one day, during this communal feast, the wax king and queen spot an apple, a real apple, an apple that actually nourishes, an apple that actually has seeds. Seeds that grow into trees that bear more fruit, an apple that has true life essence. And the wax king and queen, they panic, because if those in the kingdom were to take a bite of that apple and realize that that is a real apple and that is real nutrients, they would also realize that everything they've been told and everything they've been indoctrinated to believe about the wax apple was a lie. And by proxy, the wax king and queen are liars. They are shapeshifters. They are pretenders. They are false. And so the wax king and queen panic. And they scream, "Nobody touch that apple. That apple is a poison apple. That apple is made of wax. If you eat that apple, you're going to get sick. If you eat that apple, it'll poison you. That's a bad apple. Nobody touch that apple. We are going to save you from the bad apple, and we're going to take the apple, and we're going to get rid of it." So the wax king and queen go, and they take the apple, the real fruit, and they take it back to their quarters. And they eat the apple because they know that within that apple is true life essence, that within that apple is God, is source, that it is natural, that it is organic, that the nutrients that comes from that apple is above anything that you can gain from a wax apple. And so they secretly consume that apple. Well, those within the kingdom have already been brainwashed into believing that the actual apple, that it is evil, that it's going to make them sick, that it's fake, that it needs to be destroyed at any cost. And so when another one of these apples pop up, everyone freaks out, they panic. They bury the apple, they stomp on it, they crush it, and they bury it in the ground. The townspeople are in a frenzy. Where are these apples coming from? These evil, bad apples that are going to make us sick. We must bury it in the ground. And so they do. But what the Wax King and Queen did not realize, and what the kingdom did not realize, is that these apples, they bear seeds because they are real fruit. And so one day there's a massive storm, and this storm, it lasts for days, and there's a downpour. Now, they thought they got rid of the apples, the bad apples, the real apples, the apples that are of Christed lineage, the apples that hold life essence, and they buried them because they're bad, right? Well, after this storm, after this downpour, suddenly all of these trees, they begin to sprout up everywhere. And the people panic because they don't know, they don't understand why they're spreading. These trees grow and they bear more apples, more real apples, more apples that have seeds, more life essence. And the king and queen are terrified because not only, if the people get curious and they take a bite of this, the real fruit, not only will they realize that they've been lied to, but they'll realize that they have been being slowly but surely poisoned by a false version of what's real, of what's natural. And therein, the people would also realize that the king and queen are false. So they order everyone to chop down the trees. Chop them all down. They're evil, they're bad, they're spreading. We're all gonna die. The sky is falling. Get rid of them, get rid of the trees. They bear this evil fruit. And so the people that have been, thoroughly coerced with fear, with lies, with slander, with illusion, they chop these trees down. But they don't realize that these trees, their roots, they go deep. And even if you chop a tree down, it'll grow right back. That, my loves, is what you are. You are real fruit. And so what you have are these shape-shifting wax figures that are terrified of your existence because your very existence, in comparison to them, you guys breathing the same air, it creates a very real comparison between real and illusion, between what is nutritious and what is poison. I'm sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond. I love you. Keep shining your light.